Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display. Today we are going to be taking a look at a couple of TPU skin covers for the Motorola DROID RAZR MAXX. You are more than welcome to check out the selection we currently have on our website at any time. That is located at www.daydeal.com. So we are going to do things a little bit different in today's video because I am going to go ahead and treat this kind of like a public service announcement because a couple of shady things have been going on that I think everyone should know about. So before I get on to the juicy stuff, let me give you the measurements for these skin covers. Now I like to usually go into detail how much something weighs, how big it is on the phone, etc., stuff like that, because some people like the numbers. I'm not really going to do that with these particular skin covers. Reasons being is because it's very, very simple math. Okay, these skin covers add 2 millimeters to the thickness as well as the width and the length of the phone, and that is it. So very straightforward. Wherever the phone's dimensions are, add 2 millimeters on top of that, and that's pretty much the dimensions of the skin covers. And as far as weight goes, these weigh around 20 grams, and that is it. Okay, so very straightforward stuff. I don't really need to go over that too much. There you guys have it. Those are the measurements of these particular TPU skin covers. So let's go ahead and get on to the good stuff. Now, the DROID RAZR MAXX is, of course, the bigger brother of the DROID RAZR, and we have both dummy phones. And let me go ahead and bring in the DROID RAZR phone right there next to its bigger brother. And some vendors out there, some manufacturers, if you will, are trying to pass off some accessories and say that they fit both phones, okay? And we've noticed this a lot with skin covers. Now, technically they are right, because if you put a skin cover from the original DROID RAZR on the DROID RAZR MAXX, everything appears to line up correctly. However, the fit isn't necessarily correct, all right? And I really want to kind of emphasize that point because some people out there are going to go, well, no, it looks like it fits, but in reality it does not. So I am going to do that with these TPU skin covers because some folks out there who will remain nameless are trying to pass off TPU skin covers for the Motorola DROID RAZR for the DROID RAZR MAXX, and that's not cool. Okay, they're just basically trying to lie to you guys, and we don't want that to happen to anyone. So let me go and use the clear TPU skin cover first. All right. Now, before I get on to the demonstration of why they're the same, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this product for those folks out there that doesn't know, or I should say haven't seen a TPU skin cover ever before and wondering what it's all about. Now, TPU stands for thermoplastic polyurethane. It is a very popular material nowadays in cell phone accessories. All the major brands have some sort of TPU cover, or they have a case that's made of TPU, so you really should look it up. Google and Wikipedia are your friend. I don't want to explain about the material too much. All you really need to know is that it's very elastic and it keeps its form very well compared to silicone. Okay, now silicone skin covers are also very popular, but they're nowhere near as nice as TPU skins, and we always try to promote TPU whenever possible. So let me go and give you an example of that. So due to its nature, okay, you can actually go ahead and bend the skin cover into some pretty gnarly shapes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and do it in a diagonal because that's actually much more extreme than folding it into eighths. And even though I do this, the skin is fine. As a matter of fact, it doesn't lose its shape. If I leave it alone for a couple of minutes, it's going to go back into its original form, but more importantly, it's not damaged. If you try this with a silicone skin cover, it would get damaged, period. You would see stretch marks, you would see discoloration, you might even see tears, okay? But with TPU, no harm, no foul. Literally just go and leave it alone for a couple of minutes. It goes back into its original shape. It looks as good as new when you got it, when you took it out of the package, which is very cool. Now, another property of TPU, which is nice and all you need to know about, is that it's very impact resistant. It provides a lot of cushion. It does kind of have a rubbery-ish type of property to it, meaning that it's really kind of bouncy, so kind of like a super ball, for example. Even though those aren't made of rubber, you kind of get the drift. So that's always good. So if your phone should happen to drop, it really should be pretty safe as long as none of the screen area or anything like that actually catches the impact first, because obviously that's not covered. And that's all I would say about that, okay? Now, moving on to the more juicy stuff, let's go and show you the comparisons between the original TPU skin cover on the Motorola DROID RAZR right here, okay? And this is the TPU skin cover for it. Now, you notice the shape of the original DROID RAZR only has a protrusion around the camera lens area, and the rest of it's kind of flat, kind of thin. On the DROID RAZR MAXX, the phone has basically gotten a little bit fatter. It put on some weight, okay, ate some cake, and that's fine, right? And you notice that the dimensions of the DROID RAZR are a little bit more streamlined, more candy bar-like, if you will, no pun intended. And it's just a little bit more square, a little bit more rectangle, all right? Everything just kind of fits into place. Now, if I take the original TPU skin cover and put it on the DROID RAZR MAXX, this is where folks kind of get tricked pretty easily. It does look like everything fits, okay? And why not? The opening on the side is lined up correctly. The opening on the top is lined up correctly, as well as for the audio jack. Heck, the buttons on the side line up correctly. Everything seems normal. Even the opening on the back. Of course, on this particular cover, it looks like it's blocking the speaker a little bit, but for all intents and purposes, it looks fine. However, I want you guys to pay attention to the front of the phone. That just looks a little bit off. You notice the sides are kind of bulging out a bit, and that's where the difference is really apparent, okay? If I actually go and peel the sides off a little bit, skins aren't supposed to fit that way, okay? This is not a fitting skin. This is a loose fitting skin, and it is virtually worthless. So why do I say that? Well, if this happens to snag on anything, and that can easily be done, especially if you're one of those folks out there that puts their phone in like a bag compartment, like a backpack, etc., stuff like that, or even a purse, it's very easy to snag onto stuff. And if that gets loose, the skin may pop off or it may get stuck. Something may get underneath the phone. It's going to either pry the skin off or do some other unnecessary stuff. That is not cool. Okay, so DROID RAZR TPU skins do not fit on the MAXX. This is how a DROID RAZR TPU skin cover should fit. So let me go and put that on the dummy phone right now. Show you how it looks. And once everything is on there, of course, they have redesigned it slightly. So as you can see already, the openings on the back do look a little bit better. But more importantly, if you look at the front of the phone, you notice that it now goes up over the sides and it covers the edges. See, and if I peel it back and I put it back into place, it is much more secure. All right. So to end this kind of exaggerated point, guys, please be careful out there. If you see TPU skin covers for the DROID RAZR MAXX, see if you can get a side shot, even ask them for one. Hopefully they should be provided to you, and that way you know you're buying a authentic product, quote unquote, for the DROID RAZR MAXX and not for the original DROID RAZR. Because if you get it and it doesn't look like it fits correctly, then basically that's not a cool design. All right, so let's go and give you a 360 tour of this particular version on the phone. You notice on the front where the screen area is located, there is a nice lip that is created, which is always nice, because that way if you happen to rest your phone on its face like so, it's going to be slightly elevated up and away from the surface you are resting it against, but more importantly, should you happen to drop your phone, hopefully the lip will catch the impact first, so that way your screen will be protected. Moving on to the top, we have an opening for the USB as well as the HDMI ports. There you go, as well as an opening for the audio jack. Moving on to the side, we have an opening for the power button, as well as the volume up and down rocker switch right there. I'm going to go and leave my finger in place to make sure the camera focuses correctly. Now, on this particular version of the TPU skin cover, they decided to block off the side slot where the card is located. This is not universal, okay? This is just this version of the TPU skin cover. If you buy it from a different brand, they may have an opening, like on this older version for the RAZR. On some of them, they may not. So if this is important to you guys, please ask the vendor that you're buying it from, because these are actually really aftermarket accessories. They're made from different brands, quote unquote, and you want to make sure that you are buying the one that suits your needs, not only in the looks department, but as well as the openings and coverings, etc., stuff like that, all right? So moving on to the back, I'm going to show you the little opening on the back for that particular microphone right there, as well as the rest of the openings. Of course, you saw this a little bit earlier. And that is it, guys, for the TPU skin covers on the Motorola DROID RAZR MAXX. So I don't think I really need to wrap this video up, because it's kind of been one long running explanation of the differences between the two skin covers and the product itself. So hope you like it. We're going to do our best to try to get more skin covers for the RAZR MAXX at our website at dadio.com. But if you happen to go somewhere else, of course, no harm, no foul. That's perfectly fine. We encourage people to shop around. You just want to make sure you are getting the skin covers that fit the phone correctly and not for the original DROID RAZR. Okay? So follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Visit our website at www.dadio.com. Hope you guys liked the review. Thanks for watching as always. We will see you next video.